Hi everybody, Velvet here, and I am back with a video from Rev Desu. Desu, that's what to say. Woke games hit an embarrassing new lows as investors demand end to DEI initiatives. And yeah, I hate stuff like this. Tired of it. This this game could have been cool if you started out as a squad doing a simpler task, not trying to take down the Justice League, and then things escalate and they have to get involved with the giant craziness that's going around. Maybe Batman is able to break his programming, and then they have to work together with Batman to stop the Justice League, not take them out, but to subdue them, weaken them, contain them, something like that. But no, we got this slop, and now apparently it's down to $5. I feel bad for the people who spent $100 on this, but come on, everyone could have saw this coming. Everyone. But let's give it a watch.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here.
Hi,
So
Rev.
today we're going old school with a PNG as I'm traveling and my potato laptop can't handle VTube Studio right now.
Oh, VTube Studio. I'm gonna write that down. I don't have a VTube model, but I'm trying to learn how to get one. I know they get expensive, and I have my character made. You're looking at them. Just I don't know if I have the money to buy a really nice model, but yeah, eventually I hope to get to this level where I can have a blinking and mouth syncing up with my mouth and moving around. That'd be fun. But let's continue the video.
So we're going to do it this way for today. So we're going to talk a lot about some recent flops and some updates regarding woke games in the industry, as well as we're going to re-examine the game awards and
Oh
some of the
boy.
fallout of their choices for the nominees of this year's Game of the Year. So let's begin with this right here from That Park Play saying Suicide Squad killed the Justice League's $100 deluxe edition, now
$100
on
for this
sale for
crap.
just $5.
But there is a catch. It's on the Epic Game Store, which I do not deal with. Maybe I'll install that crap if I want to mod an Unreal Engine game, but yeah, not even for $5, not for this crap you're getting me.
Sweet Baby Bomb hits a new low, and that is not a joke. The bomb that this game has been is really just impressive at this point. This is a very heavily invested project here with hundreds of millions of dollars to work with, huge production companies behind it, and obviously successful IPs to work with, and yet this game.
So much money wasted on this. Where if they wanted to play it safe, just take Batman, make a new story, keep the gameplay, add a little bit more to it, send it out there, boom, done. Or personally, Catwoman's my favorite DC character, and it's tied with Black Cat for my favorite comic book character. I would have happily have taken a Catwoman game or just more Catwoman. Got a little bit of her in Night, which really sucked. I could less Batmobile, more of the Bat family, please.
Was an absolute bomb. And now, as you can see from the screenshot, this is
Or
from
$5.
the actual store here. $4.99. Yes, we know the holiday season coming through here at Epic Games. They're going to do some discounts to boost sales during the holiday season. But this $4.99 for this $100 deluxe edition, that is really bad considering this game came out in February. But if you look at the
Spend
numbers,
$100 on
I
this.
mean, what else do you say, right? This game peaked right at the beginning at 13,000 players, which, by the way, a massive disappointment. And over time, immediately flatlined. I mean, I'm talking in about 2 months, flatlined to the point now where the current in-game player count of this live service game is 78 players. That is very disappointing.
That's
You know
so
what's not
bad.
disappointing? The latest drop with advanced PG right
Yay.
here. So to celebrate creators.
What is this? Is this is it pre-work? What is it? Wrong energy? I guess it's an energy thing, a dietary supplement. I don't know. I don't mess with this stuff. I hope it does for Red, but I hope it does for Rev. I hope it works out well and gets a lot of sales, but I can't do energy drinks. I remember the last time I had one, my heart started, I felt my heart pumping and I was like, no more of this.
Week, we're bringing back some very
It's cute
beloved
art though.
products, including this ice shaker, this
It's nice.
edition ice shaker featuring me and my wife, Dark
Aw.
Straub, and our VTuber models right here on the ice shaker.
Okay, that's friggin' adorable. That's his wife. Oh, that's cute. I wish I had a wife to do that with. That'd be fun.
As well as the return of Rev's Rocket Pop, my official flavor jar right there, and it's a holographic edition of it. So if that's
shiny.
something you are interested in, as always, I recommend their flavor jars. They're absolutely delicious, and I will say, based on community reaction, The Rocket Pop is a fan favorite. People
Mm,
really love this flavor, and also the Ice Shaker, as always. Beautiful art and also very durable if you want to keep your drinks cool all day. I will put a link to this in the pinned comment. Check it out and the other items I have in my collection, and make sure to use code REV at checkout to save 10% off of your order. Now let's return to
cool.
the DEI Slop Fest. Here's another
Oh,
update
I forgot about this heaping pile of crap. This looked so bad. There was no tricking people with this, and like, no offense to the actress, but no, no, you're not doing it for me, sweetie. You gotta, you're you're in a medium where you can create something from nothing, and I'll never get this crap where they scan someone's real life face and use it as reference. You can make it from nothing. Why waste the money?
from Unknown 9 Awakening. So the developer, Reflector Entertainment, has laid off 18%
Ooh,
of their staff. That is not too surprising. This is yet another sweet baby infested product and studio right here. So the report comes from Games Industry Biz. So they actually used a report from Kotaku, who I know was begrudgingly reporting this, and they're doing it via Blue Sky, where basically every woke journalist is right now.
Blue Sky's so
But
stupid.
anyways, what's happening?
And Kotaku, talk about a fall from grace. I actually used to go to Kotaku every day because I liked the little layout they had. That was back before they lost their mind and they just covered games. And you see the picture. Oh, that looks interesting. I'll read about this, or I'll watch the little video they have linked. I haven't been to. I can't remember the last time I've even been to Kotaku.
Happening here is that it seems that 18% of the staff has been laid off, and these affected parties include QA, marketing, art and narrative teams, including narrative and game designer Anna Karina Bermudez and brand manager Manu Danuvel. So that's some pretty big news, but not surprising given the fact that this game also peaked around 200 players. Again, huge trip.
That's it. That's nothing. Holy crap! You think there's like you think there's every once you think there's one person or a couple people who step back and go, "Hey, guys, we're creating garbage. Like, I gotta keep the lights on. I want to keep myself fed. Maybe we should make a good game so we can actually make some money and then like keep living and not have to worry about finances." You think any of them stop and think that? You think any of them have that a little moment of clarity, like get their head above water just a second, just to see what's going on and go, "Oh my god, this is crap. Maybe I gotta go look for another gig because we're not gonna make it with this."
AAA title that expected to have a whole universe of products come.
That too. These you couldn't even okay, get these people all trying to have a universe. Get one thing out, make sure it's successful, and then build your universe. You really thought this piece of crap, this boring, you know what this type of game reminds me of? It reminds me back in the PS3, Xbox 360 days. That those times where games didn't have a lot of color. It was just bleak and browns and like pea vomit green. And they're like, it's realistic. I hated that crap growing up. And it's looks we're back to that. But now the characters are ugly. At least in those games you would get an attractive female character every once in a while, but now it's just worse.
Coming out of it. Another massive failure right there. Here's another one, ladies and gentlemen, just from a few days ago.
I forgot about this too. I don't have much love for Horizon Zero Dawn. Bought the first one on PC when it was under $20 because with enough mods you can make Alloy into a butterface, and I can work with that. People figured out the jiggle physics. Good job. I love modders. Modders are. This is why I'm pretty much just into PC gaming only because modding saves and fixes a lot of things. And I forgot this crap was a thing. I don't hate Legos. I don't collect Legos or do anything with Legos, but I don't hate them. I think they're kind of cool, but I don't care for the Lego games at all. I don't get it. They're super easy and super boring to me.
And another black eye for Sony. Lego Horizon Adventures debuts to even less Steam players than Concord.
Damn.
That is so funny because that
Concord
is
had
standard,
nobody.
right? Did this big AAA title flop harder than Concord? Yes or no? If no,
That's crazy. Concord flopped so bad. Like they're saying that Concord is used as a measurement to how bad something did, how bad something flopped. Like, wow. And Sony went, yeah, I'm gonna buy this studio. It's crazy. All these people handling all this money, making these big decisions, and they're stupid. I'm not even a smart guy. I would have saw this game and be like, oh, let's not buy this. This is crap. Another hero shooter in a sea of hero shooters when they've all been failing. Like, we'd be better off doing a battle royale. Which don't do that. That's a waste of money and time too. I may be a bit biased, but make more Souls, make more Stellar Blades, make more Souls games where you can play as attractive female characters, and I will buy your game. Parry focus, please.
Damn, you're in for some big trouble. And let's look at the numbers. Again, this is really two big IPs here combining together to make what?
I am sorry that the screen is cut off. I don't think I can fix it right now, but I'll remember that for next time.
A giant disappointment. So as you can see, the all-time peak, 602 players.
It's so
And that was
bad.
right on release. And that is less than Concord, which I believe
Ay,
was
ay, ay.
just short of 700.
Didn't didn't Concord hit like 9? Wasn't it close to 1,000? Something like that. I might be wrong.
And then you can see the next day, down to 432 players. 2 days later, down to 372. Next day, 227. Next day, 163. And where we are right now on the 21st,
80.
a few days after release, we're down to 80 players. 80 players about a week, exactly a week into release for this game. That is a massive, massive disappointment. There is no coping that can actually settle for those sorts of numbers. But anyways, here's another flaw people are pointing out. So as Fandom Pulse points out here in their headline, retail pre-orders for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle over 86% worse
Wow.
than Dragon Age the Veilguard. Again, another stand.
I don't really care for Indiana Jones. I think I've seen one. I get that they're good movies. I just don't care about stuff like that. I prefer futuristic settings and aliens or robots, stuff like that. So I probably never get into this, but this game does nothing for me. And guys, did we really think this would be good? Do we not remember that video? The guy who was talking with the colors in his hair? Come on now.
Standard that's been created. Did it flop harder than Dragon Age the Veilguard? So you can see this is a game that a lot of people are already confused about because of the pure simple fact of the timing, right? Like the timing makes no sense. Why is this game coming out now
Yeah.
of all the time?
After that movie did so poorly and flopped, why are you going to do something with this IP? Same thing with Star Wars. I wouldn't touch Star Wars. Disney's done a fantastic job destroying that IP.
And people go, well, you know what? Out of the Indiana Jones projects here, I mean, the latest film from 2023, massive box office flop. But is it really woke? What's going on? Well, this game in particular has a bit of a woke trail to follow here. So as this account points out, this is what happens when you develop a game.
Oh, he didn't have goofy colors on. It just he had that stupid side. No, I'm not even gonna say it's cool. No, I hate that hairstyle on anyone, men, women, anyone. I hate that stupid side of the head. Hairstyle. No one looks cute in that. No one looks good.
The disastrous box office.
Same thing with nose rings. Nobody looks good, male or female or whatever in between. Nobody looks good with that.
Of the latest movie in the franchise, announce a game.
Oh yeah, see right here, yeah. The box office, nobody liked that one with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. That was terrible.
That should have been developed 15 years ago. Remember, Uncharted?
Yep.
You center your marketing campaign on the game being adapted for modern audiences.
Yep, that modern audience that does not exist, that 600, that however much Veilguard got, there's your audience. You want that money.
Get woke, go broke. Now, that phrase for the modern audiences is a death mark. Anytime that is associated with your project, it's going to be terrible and people are going to be very turned off to.
Oh, okay, that's where I remember the colors from. It's a shirt. Did anyone think this game would be good? Come on, I don't want to be mean, but come on, look at this guy. You know these type of people design games, how games look. We get garbage like Concord. We get garbage like what's the other one? Dustborn. That's the type of garbage that they produce.
The game, and you can see this is the quote that comes from Edward Curtis Chavez, who is the narrative designer for this Indiana Jones game. And this is the actual quote saying, we have the opportunity to tell Indiana Jones to modern audiences.
Yep, there you go.
Yep. Go woke, go broke, I guess is the appropriate phrase. Sometimes cringe when people say that, but like, what else do you say about all these products in the year 2024 and really the last couple of years? I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. And that is something that people are starting to point out. So as Mark Kern points out here, investors are now warning companies about DEI. There is some official.
Oh, They're actually starting to tell people don't do this crap because we want to make some money. Huh.
Letters going out warning companies that if they invest in DEI, they are not interested. They don't want to invest because it is a risk to their investment if their
It is.
company they're investing in is in any way associated with DEI. Here's the actual letterhead here from the Alliance Defending Freedom. So they're talking about post-election investor statements.
Okay.
And coming off of the US presidential election, it seems there is a turning of the cultures here, and people are turning even harder on DEI. It's been a work in progress for years now. People have been growing increasingly fed up with DEI and anything that it's associated with. And now, based on the election, it seems that the incumbent president here is going to be cracking down even more on DEI related stuff.
Hmm.
And this doesn't just involve the government. I mean, this trickles down into everything, including the gaming industry, for example. And in this letterhead, they talk about what DEI has been doing. And some companies are actually starting to wake up. So we can see some examples here, right, of Tractor Supply, John Deere, Harley Davidson, Jack Daniels, Ford, and Toyota, who have been completely wiping away their DEI related departments because they are seeing a
Good.
massive decrease in their sales as
That's a waste of money that you're spending on keeping these people employed who do nothing but damage your brand.
a result of the public finding out about those things. It is going to be a death mark, as I've said. Nobody wants to be associated with DEI if they're smart. That's why even the companies that are continuing to work with DEI related companies and initiatives, they are doing so privately. That's why we're seeing client lists at Sweet Baby going private. We're seeing
Yep.
all the related
The thing is, I think I've said this before, I can't remember, but it doesn't matter if Sweet Baby takes their name off of something if they hide. You can tell a game looks is a Sweet Baby game, even if Sweet Baby didn't work on it. Like I said, Concord saw that coming from a mile away. Assassin's Creed Shadows, that looks like one of theirs, even if it's not theirs. I don't know, but I'm just saying you can tell their type of game, and it's easy to avoid.
woke consulting firms going even more underground because they know if they are discovered, if their connections are discovered, everything associated with that DEI related initiative is going to suffer some kind of financial consequence. Now, let's move back to the Game Awards.
This
So I have to give a little bit
suckfest.
of an update on this. So I talked about this a few days ago, and as I already said earlier in the video, I've been traveling.
Sorry, but I think award shows in general are really stupid. Not even just for gaming. I'm movies, TV, music. I think it's all stupid. A waste of time just for a bunch of people to pat themselves on the back of insufferable morons. The only thing Game Awards has going for it is the announcements. Maybe to tell you the truth, the only game I'm excited for on the horizon would probably be Freedom Wars is finally off of Vita. That's one more Vita game, and then it's getting closer to me having to put up my Vita. But I think that's it. These things are terrible and a waste of time and just really stupid to me.
recorded this about 2 days before I traveled. The Game Awards related video I released a few days ago.
Hold on, everybody. I have a phone call. Sorry about that. I am dog sitting for a friend and, just checking up, letting him know what's going on. But back to it.
And the one thing I was saying in that video is that because of the jury list, which included all of the woke heads of the industry, including IGN, The Verge, some other unrelated parties like the LA Times,
Yeah, the LA Times. What the hell does LA Times have to do with gaming?
all these crazy parties that are known for being woke, they're the jury who controls 90% of the vote for categories like Game of the Year. And I said they will likely exercise their power to promote a game like Dragon Age The Veilguard. Now,
Which I am absolutely surprised isn't nominated for everything. I thought that would. I thought the Veilguard would sweep everything. I'm talking everything. I'm talking best racing game, best card game. I thought it would sweep everything.
turns out, your boy Rev, I was wrong. I was humbled. I was humiliated.
I'm right there with you,
Veilguard
man.
was not a part of that list. Once the nominee list
Let's see what we got. We got Game of the Year. We got Astrobot, Blautro. I've never played it. I know it's a card game. Black Myth Wukong. I played a lot of that. I haven't beat it yet. Elden Ring, The Shadow of the Erdtree. I don't think a DLC should be nominated for Game of the Year. I really don't. To tell you the truth, as much as I loved Elden Ring, I'm not as excited playing the DLC as I was playing the base game. I only played a couple hours so far, but I'm having a hard time wanting to go back. So I don't know. I wouldn't count that. I haven't played Astrobot, but I think it looks cute. I'd probably give it a shot. We got Final Fantasy VII. I don't care. I have the first part. So stupid splitting into third parts. They're so stupid. I bought that for like 20 something, so I don't feel too bad. But I got bored. Even with mods, it's a very boring game to me. I was kind of interested to finally see the story of Final Fantasy VII, like fully in game mode, and I can't even get that because then they ruined it with their stupid floaty ghost things. So I don't care. Metaphor doesn't really do much for me. As much as I love the Persona games, I think what helps the Persona games, me liking them personally, is that they're set in modern times, you know, in buildings, cars, stuff like that. That makes it interesting to me. I think mixing fantasy and then today or the future is way more interesting than just medieval setting. High fantasy medieval setting doesn't do anything for me. Maybe I'll check it out if I can get it for like $20, but I don't care. Plus, I saw that they nerfed the character's posterior, and that's basically a grievous sin to me. Reducing a booty, you don't do that. That's a sin. Don't do that. But if I had to choose from this list, probably Black Myth. That was fun, and especially if you wanted to play as Ultimate Bunny instead of a monkey. Pretty cool.
Came out, you can see Game of the Year nominees here. You got Astrobot, Balatro, Wukong, the Elden Ring DLC, which is a very interesting, Final
Yep,
Fantasy, and Metaphor. So honestly, out of all those titles, I don't think there's anything that's too surprising. The only real surprise is a DLC making it, which a lot of people have an issue with,
I
and I think
do.
that's very understandably so.
Why is there no DLC of the year category? That makes sense to me to have a DLC category, especially if there's big ones like this.
But let's begin with Wukong. So obviously, a lot of people in the industry, including one of the
Wukong should win, but it will not.
jury members, IGN, have been going after Wukong
Yep.
nonstop. I mean,
See, it
after all,
won't win.
IGN is the one who created the original hit piece
From this list, what could win? I don't think Astrobot will win. It'll probably be Elden Ring or Final Fantasy. I think so.
slandering the development team over at Game Science who produced this game, calling the creators or the leaders of the development team sexist, saying there was a sexist culture based on mistranslations of their social media posts and other unfounded claims. It has been debunked, and yet they have doubled and tripled down on that report, which has then been shared by pretty much the entire woke side of the gaming or the game news industry, and that has been a massive eye opener for a lot of people seeing the coordinated attacks.
That
And
hive mind.
speaking of coordinated attacks in the games journalism scene, as you can see, the new marching orders are out as a result of the Game Awards nominee list. You can see every single company on here saying the exact
Black Myth Wukong's Game of the Year nomination sticks out like a sore thumb. Lowest ever rated Game of the Year nominee. It's it's the lowest rated from you idiots, not from normal people like us who like good games. You, I can't. I don't think I can say it on YouTube, but uh, idiots. I hate how they think we care about what they think. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to put it. Like they think they're so amazing that they're baffled that we don't care about what they care about or what they think or what they say. It's very frustrating to watch someone be stupid, but then they're stupid, but they think they're smarter than you. It's very annoying.
same thing. Every headline attacking Black Myth Wukong. Let's read a few of them. This one going, the Game Award nominees' lowest ever rated title for Game of the Year in Black Myth Wukong. The next one, Black Myth Wukong's Game of the Year nomination sticks out like a sore thumb. The next one from The Gamer. Black Myth Wukong is the Game Awards' lowest ever rated Game of the Year nominee. So at this point, I think you understand what they're driving at here. They're trying to basically say that this game is a massive disappointment in terms of its nomination for Game of the Year. It was so low rated. Well, who rated it low? These journalists. So
Exactly.
they are doubling down on their low ratings for Black
That's like, can you prove your sources? The source is me.
Myth Wukong, which shattered infinite records on Steam and with its concurrent player counts and the very, very, let's just say, satisfactory reception of this game amongst, oh, I don't know, the important people, gamers. Games journalists hated it. Well, that's fine. No one cares what they think.
Exactly.
Obviously, because
I look, if you have a head on your shoulders, you can decide what game is for you, okay? I have never watched a review and believed it. I have, if I want a game, and I think it looks like something I would enjoy, I would get it. And I don't like woke stuff, but I bought Sorry We're Closed. It has a lot of those themes, but it's not beating me over the head with it, and the gameplay is quite fun. It's not hard, it's simple. It's like a little Silent Hill meets Resident Evil game. It's quite nice, and I found it for a good price. So that's why I pulled the trigger on it. So no game reviewer, game journalist will tell me what and what I cannot choose or buy. If I like something, I'll buy it. Simple as that. They have no power, they have no control. And the sooner these companies realize it and listen to us, the people who want to give them money, the people who actually play games and enjoy games, that's when you'll start making some money. But if you keep listening to these idiots, you're going to keep failing.
This game did so well, and now they are coping and seething. And there's also, as I pointed out, something missing from this nomination list, and that was
Yup, the Veilguard. Where is it? What happened? I thought Veilguard was gonna win. What happened?
Dragon Age the Veilguard. Like I said, I'm actually surprised, and a lot of people go, wait a second. Are the Game Awards based now? Are they saying that they're anti-woke?
No, I'm gonna say no. I'm saying I think they did it because that's one of those things where you're so blatant, or it's like, come on, guys, you're not even trying anymore. It feels like that. We're like, guys, we can't do this. It's like, honestly, I thought Concord would be up there, even though it doesn't exist anymore. But I think even that it's one of those things where it's like, guys, it's too noticeable. You got to be a little realistic. You know what I mean? People are gonna talk.
Absolutely not. I think this is a sign that putting pressure on these companies and these award shows and what have you actually works. And that is proof. Because I think if this went unchecked, if that jury list was not pointed out, which they eventually deleted and hid from the public, but it was too late, I think
There's really no point in deleting that stuff. People save stuff so fast now in video and picture form.
they would have nominated Dragon Age the Veilguard for Game of the Year. But because of the pressure on social media, I mean, there was a lot of pressure. Like their posts were getting ratioed on their official account. That is the reason I think Dragon Age the Veilguard did not end up on the Game of the Year list. And that is a very positive sign that putting pressure on these companies and these parties does actually work. But as Mark Kern points out here, there is an award that Dragon Age the Veilguard has been nominated for. And guess what it is? Out of all the awards,
Oh, I know this one. I'm cheating a little bit because I've heard it. It's accessibility.
which one were they selected for? Innovation and accessibility. Chef's kiss. You know what? If they weren't being serious, I think this would be a really funny burn on this game, because basically the only thing that they're good at is being diverse and having accessibility for people who probably are just a bunch of screechers on Twitter who are never going to buy the game or probably couldn't even afford to buy the game in the first place. But anyways, I digress.
And games are ridiculously priced now. I'm not buying a $70 game. The only time I'd ever spend more than $60, I don't even do 60 since I'm on PC. I usually do 47 for a brand new game. That was back in the day. Now it's like 50 something, 54, some crap like that, since everything's 70 now. But yeah, if your game's 70, I'm not even gonna look at you. I'll see you in a year when I get you for a decent price.
It seems, though, that some people, those at Polygon, for example, are very upset about this Game of the Year nomination list and the fact that Veilguard
got
was
snubbed,
as they say. There was one big snub in the Game Awards nominations. Dragon Age the Veilguard, a game engineered to succeed at the Game Awards, did not. So,
oh, they admit it. Okay, so yeah, they admit that this game was designed, and it was. It checks all those boxes.
what does that tell you? It tells you it's a bad game.
Yep.
It's not just woke. You know, some
On top of that, yeah, it's woke, but and then under that pile of crap, it's just more crap. That's what it is. It's crap on crap.
games can have woke elements and do really well.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I acknowledge that there's some woke stuff in Baldur's Gate, but I'm fine with that in Baldur's Gate because I can just choose not to. I can just choose not to deal with that. I was never going to talk to Karkalak or whatever her name is until I found a mod that lets you change her hair and then thicken her up. So now she's great. I like her now. But my next playthrough, I'm just gonna start offing people. I'm gonna be a demon. That's what's happening. But I'm fine with options. So I was never gonna buy the Veilguard, but I would have at least. I'm fine with the options for the surgery scars and all that. But you got to give me the option to make a beautiful woman with K cups and a giant booty and a giant posterior, and in a skimpy outfit. If you want, give me options. I will always take options. Don't remove stuff.
Baldur's Gate 3, the character creation process, considered by many to be very woke, but the game itself, very good. And the wokeness ends at the character creation process. Everything beyond that is focusing on good gameplay and entertainment. Unfortunately for Veilguard, it doesn't end in character creation. It goes into the actual game itself. I mean, literally pulling a bard, characters doing push-ups because they're misgendering it.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll find a video on that. But you get a whole lecture. You want me to pay $70 to get lectured? I could go to my family and get lectured for free.
Each other. It's ridiculous. There's infinite examples of stuff like that being injected into the game, and no one likes it. Nobody likes it, and the numbers based on the game are very clear. However, just because Polygon's upset here, there seems to be a lot of journalists turning on Dragon Age of Veilguard because they really have no choice at this point based on the very disappointing numbers of this game. So here's some actual reports from The Gamer. Of all the people, The Gamer is turning on Dragon Age of Veilguard, saying Dragon Age of Veilguard is that friend.
And I saw this come and watch this. When all this stuff starts shifting back, they're gonna be like, I was never woke. I always hated that stuff. Watch these people. Don't give them an inch, because they will take that mile, because that's what they're doing. They're already doing it. Oh, it's just too woke. I bet you they're one of the ones who gave it a 10 out of 10. This game is not a 10 out of 10.
And that's too woke. And they're saying that basically not only is it too woke, it's too safe. It's playing it too safe. So they're trying to do all this virtue signaling and this political ideology injection into the game, but they're doing it in a too safe of a way. And that is really funny. The woke journalists are saying you can't even hang with us anymore. You're too woke. That's how crazy things have gotten. Now, one last thing I want to point out here before we go.
Okay, this is pretty good. DEI slop flop of the year for the biggest commercial and critical failure of the year. Yikes. Here we go. We got Baz. Ain't nobody messing with Baz. She can throw knives because she worked at a box facility, a shipping facility. That's how you get good with throwing knives. Trash. We all know Trash is. Eczema lady or whatever she has, vitiligo. I don't know. I have a family member with eczema, and they never went, oh my god, it looks just like me. I don't think this is eczema. I think this is vitiligo, but a skin thing. This goblin creature. Okay, so they dropped an update, all these gigs, and you guys still didn't make her attractive. Just fix her face, give her a better hairstyle, and you know what? You're gonna have to go hard if you want to make some money, Ubisoft. You better skimpy up that outfit. You better have lingerie stormtrooper outfit, something. That's not Freeze. That's a lady in a fish tank with ice. That's not no, gross. And then this lady, no offense to her, but she's looking very handsome. Yeah, I'll put it like that. She's very handsome.
As Mark Kern points out,
but best DI slot probably gonna go at Baz. Baz always wins. Do not mess with Baz. Baz is the best. Or yeah, is it Baz? Yeah, Baz. She's the best. Don't mess with her.
Seen this image all over the place. There's a new category called DEI Slop Flop of the Year, including games like Concord, Veilguard, Dustborn, Outlaws, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and Unknown 9 Awakening. Now, of course, this is not a real category for
it should be
game or the Game Awards, but you might see it at this right here, the Real Game Awards, as Craig promotes.
Oh, is Craig gonna make that a thing? Cool.
You can find this at right here on Twitter if you want to support the Real Game Awards, an award show made by gamers for gamers. But yeah, they're going to do actual flop categories, which I think is hilarious and something we need in the year 2024, following all these massive flops in the industry that just happen to be a bunch of woke virtue signalers. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate the listen, guys. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, thank you, Rev. That was lovely. That was a nice little stroll down memory way, because I forgot about a couple of those, especially the one with the 9 in it was Unknown 9. I already forgot. That was such a nothing. But woo, yeah, award shows are stupid. Woke shit. Woke. YouTube, don't be mad at me. I think that's stupid too. You know what? If you want to give me more options and let me make a female character and slap a magnum dong on her, cool. I'm down with that. Just don't force me to do anything, and to make a good game and make it so I can create an attractive female character, or in the case of like Dragon's Dogma 2, make a male character that looks like an attractive female character. I'm fine with that too. I just want beauty back, and I want good gameplay. I'm tired of ugly. It doesn't need to be here. This is a medium where you can make, like I said, you can make something from nothing and you choose to make ugly. Velvet Out